full body mobility routine. What I'm going to do is take each joint through its full range of motion for a couple of repetitions in each direction. I do want this to feel like a flow, so I'll be moving from one joint right into the next with not a lot of stopping. So I'm not going to be explaining or describing each exercise in much detail. So if you're unfamiliar with the functional range systems or controlled articular rotations, if you hop back over to my channel, I do have a video breakdown for each individual joint. So if there's one in particular that you would like a little more deep dive into, I do break it down with a little bit more detail, as well as show multiple viewpoints to make it easier to understand. So for today, I will be doing most everything from a seated or kneeling position. So all you really need is something soft for your knees. I will also be using a block to work through my ankles. A small pillow will do as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm gonna go seated and I'm gonna take my right foot over top of my block or small pillow, just so that the hole from my ankle down is hanging over. We're gonna move through your ankle joint. I'm gonna flex my foot and then I'm gonna pay attention to my shin, not letting my shin move. I'm gonna dive in toward my big toe. I'm gonna make a nice big circle, reach down toward the floor, out toward my pinky toe, and then lift up, flex my foot. I'm just gonna go one more this way. In, down, especially as I go out to the side, watching that my shin doesn't move, flex, and then reverse. Reach out toward that pinky toe, down toward the floor, dive in toward the big toe, and flex. One more. Out, down, dive in, and flex. I'm gonna move into my shin. So I'm gonna dig my heel down into the floor, flex my foot, embrace both hands around my knee or base of my quad. I'm going to externally rotate my shin bone or feel that calf kind of spiral around. And then I'm going to keep my hip, keep my knee stable, internally rotate that shin. So we're going to do this for 5 more total reps. Externally rotate for the first few and then internally rotate. I like to use my hands as a little assist. I externally rotate, see if I can feel some more work. Internally rotate, hold. Now I'm going to brace through my knee so my hip doesn't move. Turn out and then turn in. One more rep. Maybe we feel a lot of stuff in the ankle. That's fine. We're also trying to feel the action come from right under the knee. Now I'm going to scoop up my quad and then brace my hand around my knee, and we're going to move through that shin, full knee cars. So I'm going to go external rotation. Extend my leg up about 2/3 of the way, internal rotation, and then pull my heel toward my butt. External rotation, that calf spirals forward and extend. Internally rotate, bend, freeze right there. Reverse it. Lift up an internal rotation, turn out and bend. Turn in and extend, turn out and bend. Serious burn through the underside of my knee. I'm gonna go right in to my left. So starting with that ankle, if this position in the hip feels uncomfortable, you can always lean back and get out of that hip flexion. Just making sure that shin stays stable. Flex through that foot. I'm gonna dive into my big toe, down to the floor, out, and flex. Dive in, reach down, out toward that pinky toe, and flex. Reverse toward that pinky toe, floor, dive in, and flex. One more. Out, down, in, and flex, and then we move into that shin, flexing that foot, bracing around that top of that base of that quad. Externally rotate the shin, internally rotate the shin. Maybe a little assist with the hands, and in, rotate, out, rotate, in. We'll go 2 more. I'm going to feel this bone turn out and squeeze, turn in. 1 more. Externally rotate, feel that calf spiral forward and in, and then I'm going to go full knee cars. So I'm going to scoop my thigh up. Again, if this position doesn't feel good, you could be back here. We just want to make sure the quad doesn't move. I'm going to start an external rotation, extend up about 2/3 of the way, internally rotate and lower. Turn out and extend, turn in and bend, reverse. Keep it turned in and extend, turn out and bend. Turn in and extend, turn out and bend. I'm gonna go back to my right leg. I'm just gonna move my kneecap around a little bit. So my quad is gonna be completely soft, and I'm just gonna physically push that kneecap A couple times side to side, and a couple times up and down. And then I'm gonna trace it around with my thumbs in a circle in both directions. We want that kneecap to move pretty freely in there. It's probably the grossest one, the one that grosses people out the most, but you get used to it. A couple times and then switch other leg. So again, my quad is gonna stay soft, my quad is engaged, my kneecap isn't gonna move, so I'm gonna keep my quad relaxed. And I'm just gonna push that kneecap with my thumbs side to side a little bit. And then I'm gonna pull it up and push it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna trace it with my thumbs, kind of circling around a couple times in both directions. And right from here, I'm gonna go onto my, into an all fours position. We're gonna work hip cars. For me, when I'm in a kneeling position, I like my hands kick-standed out to the side so my base is a little wider. And I also feel the energy of both hands pushing away from one another to help stabilize my upper body. I'm gonna pull my right, or stabilize my upper body, pull my right knee into my chest, carry that thigh side, internally rotate as we wrap around and lower. Kick up, my spine doesn't move, so I'm not sinking into that low back. Carry side, turn out knee toward elbow, and reset. Knee to chest, don't let that low back go with you. Carry side, turn in as we wrap around and lower. Rebrace through that upper body as you lift. Thigh carries side, externally rotate knee to elbow, and reset. Let's go one more here. Knee to chest, carry side. Internally rotate as we wrap around and set it down. Kick up, feel that glute, maybe a little hamstring. Carry side, externally rotate, lift knee toward elbow, and reset. We'll take a couple reps on the other side. So stabilize through that upper body. Left knee pulls to chest, thigh carries side, turn in as we wrap around and lower. Kick the heel up, squeeze the glute forward, carry side, externally rotate knee toward the elbow, reset. Two more. Knee to chest, thigh side, turn it in, set it down. Kick up, squeeze glute, thigh side, externally rotate and pull in. Last rep. Especially as I make my transitions, I'm trying not to bend into that opposite arm. So lift up to the back. As you make this rotation, keep both arms really strong and reset. From here, I'm gonna go right into my cat camels or my spinal extension work. I'm gonna go head up, butt up to start. And I'm gonna move from my tailbone first. Big breath in. Exhale, tailbone tucks. Push into the low back, mid back, upper back, through the shoulders, the neck, drop the head. Big breath in here. And release the tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, open the chest. Again, tailbone tucks, low back, mid back, upper back. Drop the top of the head, big breath. Release tailbone, low back, mid back, upper back, open. I'm gonna go two from the head. Drop your chin, push into that upper back. Through the ribs, low back, tuck tailbone last. Big breath in, lift the head, release through the shoulders, ribs, tailbone goes last. One more, chin drops, upper back, through the ribs into the low back. Breathe, and then release the head, shoulders, tailbone goes last, and reach. I'm gonna come up into a half kneel to work some shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So I'm gonna step my left foot forward. I'm gonna work through my right shoulder car first. I start an external rotation, come across my body, bicep by that ear, spiral in as you reach back, keeping my bottom glute squeezing. Press back, I feel a little tricep, unwind, bicep by that ear, palm up, cut across. So just go one more here. Across and underneath an external rotation. Bicep by that ear, turn in and away from you. Try not to reach away from that arm. Press back, feel tricep. Unwind it. Bicep by that ear. Come across the body and reset. I'm going to keep this right glute squeezing. I'm going to move right into my right elbow. So I'm starting with my palm up. Come into like a bicep curl. Try not to fake it at the wrist. Internally rotate, spiral just the forearm forward and press down like you're doing a tricep extension. Palm up and curl. Palm down. Press. One more. Palm up. Curl. Palm down. Press. We reverse. Back of the hand comes up to the shoulder. Freeze. Palm up and extend. As we internally rotate the forearm, don't let the shoulder go with it. Reverse curl. Palm up and extend. Palm down from that elbow only moving lift. Palm up and lower. Also, my right glute is working like crazy. I'm going to go into my wrist. So I'm going to use my left hand to just help and block out my forearm from moving. Pull up into wrist flexion. I'm going to move toward my thumb, floor, pinky, and lift. One more this way. Thumb, floor, pinky. Now I'll reverse. As I reverse, I'm thinking if I had a little shot glass of water on my wrist, as I make that circle, I'm not going to spill that glass here, and relax. Last thing on this arm is shoulder blades. So I'm going to reach my arm straight forward. I don't want my hand to move so much, so initiate from the blade. The blade is the driver of the car. I lift up my shoulder blade, I pull it back, squeeze back, slide it down into my back pocket, and then reach forward. Lift up, pull back, slide down, reach forward. Let's open the arm a couple of inches. Lift up, pull back, slide down, reach forward. One more. Up, pull back, slide down, reverse, pull back, squeeze, lift up, separate that shoulder blade, slide it down, pull back. The whole time I'm thinking about keeping that tricep working. Lower, bring that arm back in, pull back, lift, reach, and lower. Especially as I pull back, I'm not letting the elbow soften. Lift, reach, and lower, and then relax. I'm going to come to both knees, and before I do this left arm, I'm going to work through some spinal cars, thoracic spine, upper back. I'm going to give myself just a little hug. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to take a scoop, rounding through just my upper back. I'm going to rotate, twist to my right. I'm going to dip my right shoulder back behind me just a little. I'm going to lift my chest to the ceiling, not my face. I'm going to rotate to the left. I'm going to dip that left shoulder back, round back to the center, reset. Drop down, twist, dip, chest, dip, twist, round center, and lift. One more each way. Round, twist, dip, chest, dip, twist, find center, reset. Last one. Round, twist, dip back, chest lifts, dip back, twist, find center, reset. I'm going to move on to my left arm. I'm going to step my right foot forward. Left glute gets a good squeeze, so I'm getting a good stretch through this left hip flexor. I start an external rotation, I come across. Bicep by the ear, I turn in. Back of the hand lands at that hip, press straight back. Unwind. Bicep by that ear, palm up, cut across. Keep going, I'm just going to turn to the side. I cut across. Bicep by that ear, turn in. Back of the hand to the hip, press back, squeeze. I feel tricep. Unwind. Bicep by that ear, palm up as you come across. Last rep, left glute stays really active. Cut underneath. Bicep by the ear, abs engaged, turn in. Back of the hand lands at that hip, press straight back, squeeze tricep. Unwind. Bicep by that ear, palm up, cut across. I'm going to move right into my elbow. So I pull up into bicep curl, no faking at the wrist. Turn in from the elbow down only. Press, full extension of that tricep. Palm up, curl, palm down, and press. One more. Rotate up and curl, rotate in, press, stay here. Reverse curl, back of the hand lifts, flip, and press down. As we turn in, don't let that shoulder move. Reverse curl, palm up, and press. Last one, palm down, reverse curl, palm up, and extend, and then we'll go right into our wrist. So I'll continue facing side, giving myself just a gentle block. Pull up wrist flexion. I'm going to move toward my thumb, floor, pinky, and lift. Thumb, floor, pinky, reverse. Pinky, my shot glass right here still has not spilled at all. So if it starts to spill, make your circle smaller. And lift. I'm going to come to a seated kneeling position. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can stay tall kneeling or stand. I'm going to move into my neck to finish. Drop that chin down to your chest. I'm going to scrape my right collarbone. Ear dips back. My jaw would stay closed if I wasn't talking. Over the left shoulder, find that left collarbone and reset. Drop chin to chest, move to the left. Ear dips back. See all the way across the ceiling. Ear over that right shoulder. Find your chest and reset. We'll go one more each way, chin down. To the right. Back. Across the ceiling. Left side. Chin to chest. Reset. Last rep. Chin to chest. To the left. Ear back. Lift. Over your right. Drop down and reset. And there is your full morning routine with the exception of toes. So I didn't put toes in today, but you can zip back over to my YouTube channel and find toe cars in my other full morning routine video as well as a separate video. Enjoy.